Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. So Amazon FBA product research. How do you find products that not only make money, but don't cost tens of thousands of dollars to start, right? That was my big question in the beginning, and I did figure it out over the past couple of years. In fact, my first product, I made $10,000 per month selling that product in profit, more than that in revenue. Today, I'm gonna be showing you exactly what those steps were so that you can start successful and continuously scale successfully. If you stick around to the end, you're gonna be learning how you could possibly quit your job by doing this. A lot of my students that do this successfully have quit their jobs, and yeah, the money's great, but that time is even better. There's nothing like working out, nothing like waking up and working on your computer whenever you want to. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy watching, be sure to smash the like button down below for me so we could help get this video to more people. Other than that, let's get right into it. All right, so we're here in my computer. We've moved into Helium 10's black box product research tool. And my personal favorite section of this is the keyword section, right up here, keywords, right? So in that section, what it allows you to do is it kind of checks one of the criteria checkboxes for you. One of the things I look for is that there's customers looking for the products that I want to sell, right? I don't want to sell anything where there's no one really looking for it. Otherwise, that's a whole different business model. So with private label, you really want to sell things where people are already interested in buying them. This is going to allow you to do that from the start. So that's what the search volume box is for. We get started right here with this first box where you can put in some information. Search volume, generally I like to start with something as low as maybe even 600. 20 searches a day for most months. We don't need a ton of search volume to get a product to be successful. And then again, we'll go up to maybe 6,000. So we'll go in that 10x range. So from 600 to 6,000, that's probably where 90% of my products are sitting in that amount of search volume. Some of them are, a couple of them are much higher than that. That's a more competitive, more advanced model. We won't get into that in this video. Monthly revenue. This is one that's really exciting and it looks great and people like to select this, but I actually like to use monthly sales instead. So why don't we just go ahead and set that up now. In the monthly sales part, I generally like to sell things that have anywhere from 5 sales a day, but because this is monthly, do a little multiplication here, and we have 150. There's 30 days. And then as a maximum, I'll generally set something pretty high, like 750. I'm at a point in my business where I'm scaling pretty aggressively. I can afford to keep things in stock that sell quite a few units. So if you're just starting, you might want to adjust that. And that's the beauty of these tools, is you can make those decisions and calculate all of this based on where you're at. So maybe you want to go from 90 sales a day, or 90 sales a month, 3 sales a day, up to maybe even just 200. So you're staying in that maybe like 3 to 6 or 7 sales per day range because you can't afford to keep bigger, more competitive products in stock. So adjust that accordingly. Next one we move over to is price. Now price, this one, it really, to me, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could sell things as long as they're profitable. So you could put this at an extremely wide range. Generally, I like to be somewhere between this, like, so we'll say like 17, realistically, anywhere to 27 for the minimum. That's going to help you get those $19.99 prices, $24.99 price minimums, depending on which one you choose. Let's just go ahead and go with the 27 one. So we'll start basically with like $27.99, $29.99, up to all the way through maybe like $79.99 or something. So with that price range in mind, you're going to be selling things that's kind of like a mid-range price, $15 profit up to maybe like $30 profit per unit. Revenue count, this one, so many people get this wrong. I really can't believe that I used to do this too. Setting this way too low, and you're screwing yourself over completely. You're completely screwing yourself. Review count, I would do something maybe like 750, anywhere from like 400 to maybe even 1,000. What happens is when we're looking, this is an average review of the top sellers. When we're finding these really low competition markets where we want to sell, guess what? Most of the time, a lot of the listings on that page are not even relevant. So this tool is taking the average review of sellers that are not even selling the correct product. Maybe some of those sellers are big sellers with 2,000 reviews, and it's skewing the review average to something like 700 when realistically the only few products that are relevant on that page have 30 reviews or something. So next we have review rating. With review rating, I'm not super big into filling this out because again, I can compete with people that have 4-star ratings, 2-star ratings, 5-star ratings. Generally, I'm always going to have a high quality product anyway. Categories, we're going to select some categories here. This again, you can select pretty much what you want. There's a lot that I wouldn't recommend going into that are very almost common sense. We've been doing this for a little while. Something like movies and TV. We're not selling TV shows or licensing products like that. We're looking for generic products that we can put our brand on and sell and slightly customize. Most of those things are going to come from a place like home and kitchen, patio, lawn and garden, tools and home improvements, sports and outdoors, maybe even kitchen and dining, industrial and scientific. That's pretty much where I would sit. So the next useful one that I'll use is the shipping size tier. This is really great for if you have a product that, or you're trying to sell a product, it's very specific, very small, or maybe you want to look at very large products, those two extremes. Otherwise, I would leave this blank. Say for instance, you wanted to find something maybe you could send in very quickly in airship. So maybe we go from small standard size to large standard size, leaving out any of the oversized objects. So now we get to hit search, and this is just going to pull up all of the phrases for customers looking for products that leads to a market that fits this criteria. Rotary hammer drill bits. We'll check it out. If I like something, I'll just check it. In this phase, all I want you to be doing, you want a little mini assignment, is just check things. Don't bother looking at it and pulling it up right now. Just get a couple and stick on the screen for a little while. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look through here for a couple of minutes. When I find something interesting, I'll cut back to myself. So it should be like right now. All right, here's an interesting one. I always love when I find something that's just weird, long tail keywords, so it's like 4 words. This is a very specific product. It's about 750 people looking for this. It's perfect amount of search volume. Let's go ahead and check that one as well. Another great, very specific thing that people are looking for. This is not gonna be model specific, just the big rubber thing under a garage door. We could private label it 16 feet. It's going to be rolled up. It's not going to be a 16-foot box. We could probably get in there. So at this point, what I would recommend that you do is start adding your keywords to your list and then come back to your list once you've added a bunch. Just remember every time you scroll down a page before clicking to the next one, hit add keywords to my list, or else it's not going to add the ones from the previous pages. What we're going to do now is pretend that we've already added 10 or 15 keywords to our list, and now we're going to figure out how we should sell them. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what a good market looks like compared to a bad one. So in this case, let's take a quick look. Now, don't get super worried if you start seeing ones with thousands of reviews right off the bat. The first thing that I would look at is how many are there. If there's a couple with 1,000 reviews and then the whole page is blank, then there's probably still room for you to get in there. Or if you find a very specific model that's working well, like for instance, I see there's kind of 2 different kinds. There's this one, which is rather flat, and then there's this one, which is round, and that's the one I was kind of picturing. It's almost like an oval on the bottom, and that presses down against the floor. In this case, what I'm seeing is there's just tons of results, and all the results look pretty good. One question I want you to ask yourself: does this customer need another option? You get to the bottom of the page and you think everything's being offered here, and don't lie to yourself. Don't go, oh well, there's no pink one. Well, think of your target audience, right? In this situation, a pink one probably wouldn't really matter. So in that case, I would just move on from this market. We don't even have to get to the other criteria yet. Buckwheat pillows for sleeping. Let's take a look at this one. Best case scenario, there's a couple of them that are doing well, and then the whole page is blank. So when I look through here, I do see quite a few of them. It looks like this is a product that is doing actually very well for some of these. Organic buckwheat pillow, yeah, a lot of these are doing awesome. Again, as I come down through here, I want to see, are there open spots on this page where I could rank my product? And does this customer already have enough options? Meaning, would I be adding something of value to this target audience if I launched another one of these? Or would I just be competing with competitors who are already doing it well? I think there's a balance of both. We do have some irrelevant products showing up, and we do have a lot of relevant products showing up. It's not a whole page that's completely filled with proper results, because already I'm starting to get to the point where there's pretty much no relevant products down this far. We'll see one occasionally, but a lot of these are getting irrelevant. We do see some of the lower reviewed ones also doing very well down here. But something you want to keep in mind, I don't have any idea really why someone would buy a buckwheat pillow, or what the point of this product is. So what I would consider doing, and a lot of these pictures are not very great. They're very weird looking, right? It's just like, think about when you go into a store and you buy a pillow, very professional, very white, very clean looking packaging. This is like a field sticker on the pillow. Not great, right? So even the bigger competitors I think we could compete with here, educate yourself about the product, become a customer for a little while. Think about other websites. If we go and study, why should I buy a buckwheat pillow? Search buckwheat pillow on Google, benefits of buckwheat pillow. Get into the mind of the customer and see what it is they're looking for here. And there actually is some great opportunity. I mean, this person only has 183 reviews. They're doing 16,000, 300 reviews doing 15,000. So although there are a few good options, I think with a branding overhaul, again, 147 reviews, these are really expensive products too. If we were to come in and figure out how to do this for a less expensive price with better branding, we could probably win in this market. So with that being said, that's gonna do it for today's video. Homework assignment for you, if you're up to it, if you wanna be someone who's going to excel in this space and actually start making money selling on Amazon, go and find 15 products to sell on Amazon and then narrow it down to a list of 3. If you're really feeling up to it, comment a couple of them down below. I would love if you comment any questions that you have about this video down below. I'll try my best to get down there and answer them and have some conversations with you guys. And if you made it this far, please subscribe. Like 70% of you guys aren't subscribed that watch these videos. It would mean a lot to me if you did subscribe for a smaller, growing YouTube channel. So I do appreciate that greatly. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your week. You'll be seeing me here again on the channel on Wednesday. Today's Monday, so come back in 2 days. We'll be doing another video like this one. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.